Here is our video for IERG4190 course project. Our topic is photo enhancement, and part of this video will take Meitu app as an example. So, what is photo enhancement? From these two pictures, we can see that photo enhancement has a huge power. It can make you look much better in the picture. Our video will be divided into 4 parts. And now I will start with the first part, recognize your face. Let's first talk about the difficulties. The difficulties of facial recognition lie in the nature of the task. Face may appear in different ways in the picture, and characteristics of 5 senses may vary from person to person. Despite the difficulties, facial recognition is very important in photo enhancement. If we only employ naive approaches, we may get very poor results. For example, in Lab 2, Task 1 of this course, we actually did some photo enhancement by programming in MATLAB. However, our code is very simple, and after enhancement, you can see that the background of the image is also affected, and we are unable to enhance a specific organ in this method. So, we still have a long way to go to get the desired output of photo enhancement. So, how can we do facial recognition? Actually, there is a lot of backend support. There are companies specialized in computer vision, such as SenseTime and Face++. There are many open source libraries available online, such as OpenCV and DLab. Machine learning plays an important role here because it helps the computer to understand what is a human face. Our ultimate goal is to get exact masks of the pure face and its organs respectively. For example, the picture on the right is the pure mask of the face of the image on the left. The first step is to locate the face and its organs in coordinates. We may use DLab to retrieve feature coordinates or landmarks. We should do this for both the edge of the face and the edges of the organs. The number of feature coordinates we choose will affect the accuracy we get, and the number should be greater or equal to 68. These feature coordinates will be stored in a dictionary for further use. The picture on the right shows us how these coordinates lie on the face. The second step is to get patches of the picture and their corresponding masks. For patches of the picture, we should expand the bit based on the feature coordinates we get in the previous steps. And for each patch, we only focus on a specific organ. For the corresponding mask, its value will only be greater than 0 in valid areas. We may make use of preview functions in some open source libraries. Gaussian blurring is also applied here. From these two pictures on the left, you can see what is actually a patch and its corresponding mask. And if we put all these masks together, it will appear like a face. However, there are still some problems. For example, there is a limitation in the DLab. Forehead cannot be located automatically. So we have to tackle this problem separately. To solve this problem, we may use ellipse function in OpenCV, and the function takes face width, central point, and long axis offset angle as the input. And for the output, we can get a rough area of the forehead. After getting the rough area, we should now get the exact area of forehead by the skin color of the nose. Then we should remove the other parts such as hair and background. After finishing these, now we can get the feature coordinates for forehead, just like what we get for other organs. And finally, we can get the patch and its corresponding mask for the forehead. After we have got all the masks for the organs, we can finally get the pure mask of the face by just removing the masks of other organs.
Okay, after you know how to recognize face, we can start building the photos. There is the operation flow about how to achieve it. There are 4 basic steps below. Based on the technology that my partner has mentioned before, we can start to use auto facial makeup to save girls' life. First of all, based on facial recognition and facial landmark detection, we can get end landmarks through face alignment. Secondly, according to facial landmarks, aligned to the facial feature area based on deformable template, there are 4 visible transformations here. Thirdly, image fusion of template and the facial features. There are 3 visible fusions here. Finally, after we get the information of face, it will separate and classify into different styles. Then match the best makeup performance according to the characteristic style of the sample data. Auto makeup sounds not complicated, but it is very difficult to be natural. Now we take mouse as an example. As you can see, if we only choose a color to cover this part, it is too fake and ugly. It isn't the effect we want. Meitu use Reinhardt algorithm to imply color transfer. The basic idea of color transfer is to get the same mean and variance in the L alpha beta space. The different parameters represent different values. First, subtract the original value of the source image from the mean of the source image. Then, the new data obtained is scaled down and the scaling factor is the ratio of the standard deviation of the 2 images. Then, the L prime, A prime, B prime are added to the mean values of the 3 channels of the target image to obtain the final data. After finishing, the pixel relationship between the target image and the source image is obtained. This simple linear transformation ensures that the target image and the shaded image has the same means and variance in the L alpha beta color space. The values of the transformed L alpha and beta are used as the value of the 3 channels of the new image. Then the 3 channels are converted to the RGB values for display. The advantage of the algorithm are simple implementation and high efficiency, but the effect is not obvious for color-rich images. That's why it is very suitable for Meitu to use Reinhardt algorithm because lip color is quite simple.
Let's move on to the next part, image warping. Image warping can apply on many functions, such as facelifting, eye enlargement, slimming, increasing smell, and so on. Let me take face lifting as an example. When dealing with face lifting, first apply the face recognition technology to locate the facial key points, such as the position and distance of the eyes, nose, mouth, and the neck. Once these key points are found, local image warping can be performed by calculation. This formula can be used to make a local warping effect, as shown in the figure. When we need to perform face lifting operation, we move the contour of the face to the center of the face and map the associated pixels around the contour of the face to the target image in a certain relationship. In practice, inverse mapping is usually used. That is, the position of each pixel in the target image and the original image is calculated, and the value of the actual pixel is calculated by interpolation to backfill the target image, so that the obtained image is more natural. Here are some examples of eye enlargement, slimming, and increasing smile.
One of the main reasons that people use these photo applications like Meitu is that these applications can provide skin beautification function. When we look at the user interface of Meitu, there is a function called Smooth. As the name suggests, it can smooth your skin and remove the flaws such as spots and pimples. To do this, we need a smoothing filter. Bilateral filter is a commonly used technique. Bilateral filter is a nonlinear, edge-preserving, and noise-reducing smoothing filter for images. Rather than simply replacing a pixel's value with a weighted average of its neighbors, as for instance the Gaussian filter does, the bilateral filter replaces a pixel's value with a weighted average of its neighbor in both space and range. This will preserve the sharp edge so that it will not let the entire photo be blurred. Bilateral filter actually is an improving method of Gaussian filter. Look at the function. It consists of a normalization factor, a space weight filter, and a range weight filter. Space weight factor is the same one used by the Gaussian filter. The range filter takes into account the difference in intensity between the neighbor pixel and the evaluate one. Gaussian filter is done by convolving each pixel with a Gaussian kernel and then sum them all to produce the output. The space weight will look like this. Note that after the Gaussian filter, the edge was blurred. In bilateral filter, in addition to the space weight, we have a range weight. It will calculate the weighted average of intensity values. It will looping through each pixel and adjust the weight to the neighbor pixel. Therefore, it can preserve the sharp edge and produce a better quality image for skin beautification.